So this is the education part of the video where I want to talk about the short end of the yield curve is getting closer to inverting. 2-year treasuries at the end of December 31st, 0.73, and how we closed last Friday on the 18th, 1.94. We're nearing a 3x from where we closed the year at. So in almost inversion, look at the 2 and the 10. So you want to learn more about inverted yield curves, Investopedia, and look up yield curve. It's not a day trading thing you're going to look at every day, but the longer this stays and increases on this curve inverting, the more chance we are tipping towards a recession. And again, this is what's going to stick with us for the balance, most likely for 2022 and going into 2023. It's not a day trading signal. It's a longer term. Where is the economy? Where is the true news versus the fake news? This is what's really happening here is this giant inflation of short-term notes increasing almost threefold. Okay, we've got the benchmarks here for last week. How we left it Friday was the S&P Micros MES 6.43%. So that was definitely the high of the three benchmarks here. M2K lower, so that's notable that small caps can't outperform the S&P benchmark blue chips 5.61. And then the Bitcoin absolutely still correlated on the upside to the S&Ps, but it couldn't beat the S&Ps, so 6.17%. So there you have it. I would say we really came far on both the S&P and M2K. And for Bitcoin, I still am not going to be impressed until we can hold and clear 45,000 on our way back to 50. That bulls could at least get above the 40,000 mark is good. So let's see if they can hold it. Okay, let's go to charts. Aloha, this is the Digital Micro Trading Journal, day trading for return on investment ROI. And we're doing a trade prep for March 21st, 2022. Spring Equinox is here. 2 charts to break down the M2K for the Russell small cap on the 24-hour. We're going to do the weekly, and I'll also hit briefly the S&P 500. So let's begin. Okay, I want to give the top bullet points. This is a 24-hour candle, what we're looking at. I usually don't look at the big picture, but going into spring here, and we had this huge rally from where this yellow is at the lower Bollinger Band, and we ripped up 4 candles in a row right up to the upper Bollinger Band. So what stands out, this is the first upper Bollinger Band hit and hold on a Friday for 2022. So that's number one. Number two is look at the distance here from the middle Bollinger Band. So we're talking 84, 85 points above from mid to upper. So that's interesting. And the third item I'd like to bullet and highlight is we had 2 days in a row with a complete gap where price did not touch the 4 volume weighted moving average. I'm going to really watch where Monday comes in on this 4 volume weighted moving average, and I'm looking for a retrace in 24 hours, absolutely, on this reconnect here. We usually don't do a 3-day air on this, so this is my target number 1. Asking for retrenchment of a middle Bollinger Band hit, maybe a bridge too far, so again, that's just what I'm saying. What I'm not going to do here is I'm not going to go long at an upper Bollinger Band. I want to be thorough on the larger time frame sequences because what the weekly chart is showing something that's not done since last November, which is a green bar close above the middle Bollinger Band at 2073. So what does that mean? That means a level that I'm going to look at on the smaller time frame charts. Will 2073 prove to be a new level where we can hold above or at least stabilize and consolidate around, or are we going to totally go below it and hold below it for next week? So that's the level that I've got to communicate for the weekly chart on the Russell M2K. Okay, haven't done an MES micro S&Ps, so let's take a look. Same similar thing to the small cap upper Bollinger Band to note. First time since 2022 that we've had a close at there, let alone a Friday. So again, the levels here that pop out along with the upper Bollinger Band is number 1 is Again, let's look at middle Bollinger Band at 42.92. Let's just call it round up at 43 on the dotted line. So here we are at 44.65, 165, 166 points above the mid Bollinger Band, and we've had 3 consecutive 24-hour bars above it. So this is an extreme bullish sign on the 24-hour. Now it's about, are we going to get some consolidation and hold? Is there a potential mean reversion? So if I was to target below, the first thing I would be looking at is a 43.6175, because that's basically synchronizing with the 4 volume weighted moving average level and the anchored VWAP from 2021. So 43.61, call it 43.62. We could definitely revisit, and I'm going to look at, if we do, what does price do? Does it bounce back up, or do we plunge below it and go towards a target of the mid Bollinger Band? Let's see how we close on Monday, Globex, and how we transition into the RTH in New York and how those traders are going to treat it. So there you have it, S&P 24-hour candle.